What's going on, everyone? Welcome back for another video. That time I'm gonna try the new mount, the most recent one. I'm talking about the crocodile looking mount, this one, the pumpkin Carriage, versus the different bosses we have in the game, because you were a lot to tell me to try that mount versus the lava behemoth. You had a better score using that mount instead of the other mounts, so I decided to try that, and I'm gonna show that to you in that video. And yes, you will see that the score is way higher at the end when I'm using that mount instead of some others, and it works versus multiple bosses in PvE, so let's check that during that video. First of all, before going in the dungeons, let me show you my build quickly. So I am using a pre-monarch class, so as always on my gear I have mostly combo and crit rate. If I show you my stats here, I have 97% crit rate because I'm using the Beast Robo artifact, 101% combo, I have a great amount of crit damage and combo multiplier. I'm gonna show that to you right after. All the skills I am using. The goal here is to increase my damage to the maximum because I'm not taking a lot of damage, so I can survive without using any survivability skills, so I'm using everything to increase my damage first. So these are the skills I'm using, and the pals as well. On the left, this one was a paid one, $15 if I remember correctly. It's increasing my boss damage, so it helps me a lot to deal some more damage. I'm using the Hydro Sprite to recover my cooldown on skill, really important, and these are the relics I'm using. The book to increase the boss damage, that relic to extend the duration of the fight by 6 seconds and a half if I'm not mistaken, so this is a great one to increase your damage. And then these relics to increase the duration of the Worldly Snare and the 100 slashes skill, and to increase the damage of my clone. Which one I am using? At my prayer statue, I'm using that set here with a full triple S plus global combo, and if you want to optimize that, you need to have two different sets, okay? So here, this is the set on which I have the most combo, and if I show you this one, I have also a full triple S plus build, but that time I have just a bit less combo. So what am I doing? I am unlocking that one. I'm rerolling until I have better than on the other set, and that way I can maximize my stats. For the talents, you want first to focus on the archery branch. You want to go on the right and unlock everything until you have a Gale Barrage here. It's going to help you to have some more combo during the fight, really important. Then to maximize that on to 20 on 20 to have some more combo. This one's to have some more base attack speed. Then on the yellow, you want to do the same here and the same here to increase your crit damage, and unlock this one to increase your crit damage over time up to 25% more. Then you want to go on the sorcery branch and upgrade everything on the yellow branch to have some more attack during the run every time you cast some skills. And then on the right, you can increase that to have a bit more active skill energy regen. You will get your cooldowns on skill faster. And on the Fury, you can unlock this one. If you still have a lot of feather coins left, you can have some more attack speed on a short fight after 15 seconds. This is gonna help you to deal a bit more damage before the end. And after that, you can maximize your attack everywhere you can. For the enchants, you want to go with 2 sets of crit damage and 1 set of combo, or you can do 2 sets of combo and 1 of crit damage. It doesn't really matter, you will have almost the same result at the end. So here on the rune number 4, really important to go for combo damage first. On the right, rune number 5, you want to have anything you want. In fact, the boss is dealing some basic attack damage, so if you have basic attack damage resistance, then it's gonna be easier for you if you can't survive. Then on the rune number 6, you want to have some crit damage, and then for the substat, try to aim for global combo damage first or basic attack damage resistance. For the awakening seals, if you want, you can try to balance your attack, your crit damage, and your combo here. This is the best way to increase your damage. In my case, this is the build I'm also using in PvP with my new build to try to beat tanky players. This is why I have a lot of crit damage, because it is nullifying a part of the crit resistance of the target, and by doing that, I have a bit more damage in PvP. So this is what I have currently. If you are struggling to survive versus the lava behemoth, try to increase a bit your HP, balance your stats, HP and defense a bit, so you are gonna have a better survivability. But if you don't care about that, go only offensive. And basically I'm doing the same for my souls, but I wanted to show you the impact. If you want to go for a high score versus a boss in PvE, this one is the best one to use because you have both combo and boss damage. It's gonna increase by a ton the damage you will have at the end. I am gonna show that to you in a moment. For the items now, this is really funny because in the past I tried that back accessory and it wasn't that great, but apparently now I Don't know why, but I have a better score when I'm using this one instead of some others. I'm gonna show that to you in a moment. So here, let's use this one. For the artifact, I'm using the Bistro Bow, and for the mount, I'm using the Crocodile. This is by far the best one. You will see the difference when I'm using the Cloud Drifter. And you know what? Let's do the first test with the Cloud Drifter and these other items. And for the avians, I'm using the Firefly with some extra stats for my character. So extra combo here, Shroom combo is the best one to increase your combo, and range bonus is the best one to increase your crit damage. So these two mandatory, and then you can try to increase your combo a bit more. So let's go here and try with the Cloud Drifter. Keep an eye on the score because I'm gonna leave before the end to do more tests. So let's check the score I have when my clone disappears. So let's check that. No clone anymore, 75 Terra damage. Okay, 75,000. So let's check before the end, 150,000 already. 10 seconds left, 210,000. Okay, keep an eye on the score. The fight is almost over. Okay, right before the end, 325,000 Terra damage. Instead of the Cloud Drifter, let's use the Crocodile. There we go again. So before, I had 75,000 Terra damage when my clone disappeared. And that time, almost the same, but a bit better. I was above the 80,000. So at the start of the fight, I don't have a great score, but you will see that with this mount, the damage are gonna go way higher, way faster during the fight, before the end. So look at that. I'm already at 270, and look at the damage. It's going faster. Already more than before, 2 seconds left, and this is the final result, 448,000. Way better than before already. But now I want to change something else. Here with my souls, I'm gonna change that. Let's reset that. Let's just say I want to have my best score ever. So if I can reach the maximum, which is 200,000 Terra damage, I'm gonna have the max rewards at the end. So let's reset that. Reset this one as well. And reset my defense one because I can survive. And let's put everything into my combo and boss damage. And I have all these stats. So now if I show you my final stats, I have 41,000 combo multiplier almost and 8,600 crit damage. This is so high. So basically the souls and the scrolls are the best source of stats in the game. So you want to focus on your souls with the gems, the red diamonds you have. And here you want to try to get some scrolls everywhere you can. I'm gonna do another video talking about that in detail. So now, time to go back in here and try to do better than 450,000. Do you think I can do better? On the previous try, I had like 81,000 Terra damage when my clone disappeared. Let's see if it does better. 90,000, already better at the beginning. This is great, right? And look at the score. It's getting higher so fast. Already 300,000. 10 seconds left. And look at the score. It's getting way faster now. Already better than before. 500,000. 523. Way better again. So now, time to try in another content, the Magic Theater. So before going here, let me show you my build. In fact, I'm almost using the same thing. Here, same gear, same skills, same pals. I'm using the same relics as before, same everything. In fact, I just changed the items. Here, I have the candle instead of the Bistro Bow because I need to survive, and I'm using that with the tiger back, so I have crazy heals. Of course, I'm getting less damage, but I can't survive if I'm not using that, so I have my best score when I'm using these with the Cloud Drifter for the first test. Okay, so let's go in the Magic Theater and let's challenge the boss to see what happens. So here, look at the damage taken by my clone. In fact, he is dying super fast, so he is not that efficient. In fact, I could replace my clone by another skill and I would have almost the same score at the end. But I figured out that even if my clone was dying, I still have a bit better score when I'm using the clone instead of another skill. Almost done. So this is the final score I get. With the Cloud Drifter, 370,000 Terra damage. So now, let's just change my mount, and instead of the Cloud Drifter, as I did before for the lava behemoth, I'm gonna use the crocodile. And time to check the difference. Already way better than before. Look at how fast the score is getting high. This is way better, right? Because in fact, with that mount, the longer the fight, the higher your score. And so we will check that versus Grumpy Bighead as well. Double the damage. Interesting, right? So now if you want to know about Grumpy Bighead, unfortunately I can't show you the difference when I'm using another mount, but this is the final score I get. Top 1 from my family, just because Wally is probably not using the right items for now, but probably in the future he has more power than me and using the same class, so he will deal more damage easily, okay? So here, 6,400,000 Terra damage. This is great. This is really nice. Before using that mount, I was using the Cloud Drifter and I had 2 million less damage. So the longer the fight, the higher your damage with that new mount. And let me quickly show you the build I'm using for Grumpy. It's almost the same. Same gear, same skills, same pals, but my relics are a bit different. I'm using that red one, that red spore, because I'm using a different back accessory. You will see that. Everything else is the same, but here I'm using the candle to heal and I'm using that back accessory, so with that I'm getting more attack speed, energy regen during the run, and so thanks to the red spore, when it's level 50, I'm gonna show that to you, when it's level 50 and above, you can trigger the skills requiring you to be at 50% of your health remaining. And this is the case for the back accessory for the Fallen Angel. So I can trigger the effect directly at the start of the fight. So this is why I'm using these. But now, what about the other bosses? I think that the mount is great versus the Lamp Thief here, because if you challenge that, you have a lot of time to kill the boss. So over 30 seconds, you will have time to kill the boss, right? But it's not gonna be the case for the other content, because here on the Abyssal Portal, if you are not tanky and you need a crazy tankiness if you want to survive in that content, you won't be able to deal any damage to the boss using that mount. Better use the Disarm, the Blitz Assault, and a mount like the Cloud Drifter to have a burst in damage at the start of the fight. Same comment for the Molten Ruins, the Ruined Ancient City, the Chrono Tower, the Dark Trials. And the Cloud Ascension Trial, maybe you can use that mount in here versus some bosses, some sheep bosses, because some fights are lasting really long. So in that case, that mount is gonna be great. So guys, that was all for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you found it useful, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your friends and family members. Have a really nice day and see you on the next video. Bye bye.